talked about what you're looking for in founders and that. Well, what about verticals? What areas of interest do you have as far as that goes?
Yeah, good question. I'm going to go back a little bit too on the whole pipeline. I think that what I saw over so many years is that it doesn't just take one thing. Like Ad Astra is not like the end all be all. We have mentors and investors and allies that help us, but then we have sister organizations along that pipeline. So I started 8 years ago, Stella Labs, which is a business accelerator for female entrepreneurs. And still to this day, we do really, really early stage ideation, right? Of saying, okay, that founder needs to ideate, needs to put herself out there, get some investors, get some revenue if she's, let's say, a CPG or something like that company, or a service-based company. So that's a really early stage. And then we also focus on access to capital events, like our women's fast pitch competition that is now nationwide because of COVID. We were always trying to figure out, like, how do we franchise? How do we license our fast pitch? How do we do this? How do we do that? And COVID hit and we're like, okay, we're going national, right? And we have all 6 regions and we've had great applications and great reach. And just keeping on being that person that sits alongside a founder and says, okay, what's your pitch deck? What's your value proposition? What's your investor kind of communication, process? Let's make sure that we get all that kind of solidified. And then that kind of is at that formative stage. And then we have Stella Angels, which is an angel group of female angel groups investing in female entrepreneurs at that seed stage, really early stage. We love the founder. We want her to succeed. We want to increase this female ecosystem, right? Female economy. So from CPG, let's say like companies that are really early stage, they might need like a loan. They might be something that's right there at the very beginning, or somebody who's in the life sciences who is in their seed stage. We want to invest in them. Then Ad Astra comes in seed plus, not necessarily Series A, but seed plus. And then we have boot camps for them saying, okay, you are now leaders of your small startup. Make sure that you get all your investor relationships done. We do investor simulations. We do product market fit exercises, all of that to kind of turn the wheel and say, okay, now we have a fund at Ad Astra Ventures to be able to invest in those startups, right, that are at the very top, the cream of the crop. And then we have Crescent Ridge Partners, which is Allison's fund, and it's a family fund. So if they're like Series A, they can actually lead a Series A investment based on, do we know this woman for a very long time? Has she met milestones? Has she had some inflection points in her business? Now they can actually lead that round. So it's not that, boom, we did this overnight. It's like 8 years in the making of saying, okay, listening to the ecosystem. What do you need? Entrepreneurs, what do you need? Listening to the entrepreneurs. Even Stella Angels, we've listened for 8 years. I'm trying to figure out, what do female angels actually need in the SoCal region, right? I mean, we have some that are nationwide that call in all the time. They just want to be part of our angel group, but we know every single female angel group across the United States. We curate a map, we curate a list, an Airtable, so that we know who are the female angels in the seed round. Super focused, but really women investors investing in women founders. And we've been able to see an uptick now. The Angel Capital Association put on a report that we're about in the 30%. We were down at like 11% 8 years ago of the amount of female angels in the angel world. That's a huge shift, because not just of us, but like Golden Seeds and 37 Angels and Next Wave Impact Fund, Portfolio, all of us working the last 10 years to say, okay, we're going to take one female angel at a time and one entrepreneur at a time, see if we can match them up, see if we can have everybody invest in each other and grow this economy with allies like you, right? And allies like Ty and allies like Tech Coast Angels that kind of carry along that ecosystem forwards, because everybody can invest if there's a due diligence report, if there's a champion in back of that founder. So it's been kind of this really great perfect storm in the last 10 years that all of us have said yes, and yes, and yes, and yes, right? So it's been very cool to see all of this grow.